So, this is May 17th, 2025. We haven't been live in a couple days. And this live will be posted after this. We've been going live all the time before this. So, when I was about to die, it, it just wasn't one moment. I'm not sure if I should turn on the Wi Fi. When I was about to die, it wasn't just like one time. It was continuous for years that I was stuck in this fight or flight. So usually when people die or they're about to die, it's just something that happens like really quick. But for me, it happened every single second of 9 years. And it's still kind of going on, but I've actually gotten better. So you can say life threw me on this, or reality threw me on this. So when you're about to die every second, and it's not just one experience, like, it's not just like, oh, I almost died yesterday. It was a consistent feeling of about to die. Okay? It's not a thought, and it wasn't just like, oh, was about to die, and that now it's over. Literally for every second for the last 9 years, I was about to die. I was sitting outside of my body every second. And if this is lagging at all, please let me know. So people, they don't know what it's like to die, and then they take everything for granted. Cuz you can die. And people, they don't they don't realize this. They don't realize they can die. They're just they think they're immortal. You can become immortal, but it's not something that you can merely think about. So you have to experience this. And people don't understand that you can die any second. And being alive is the most precious thing in the world. Hello, Tommy Thunder. Thank you for everyone for joining. So, what people end up doing is they're only thinking, "Oh, I have to get this big house. I have to get this family. I can retire way later on in life. I can sit with this job, till the end of my career." They're always thinking. They're always thinking of something. And they never slow down. They just go, 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 and go. they, cause when you're about to die, I'm not sure if YouTube even lets me say this for the title. What's going on, Andreas? When you're about to die, and you, it, it comes up to you and it shocks you, not because necessarily someone told you, but that could happen. But you feel, you're about to die. And now the thing is, usually it happens so quick when people die that they 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 don't have time to think about it. They become unaware. That's crazy, Andreas. You switched your profile pic that fast. That's it's a nice one. It's a nice one. So people think that they're gonna live forever in this life. So they they never end up living life and doing what they actually want, what it actually means. Thank all you guys for joining. So there's a solution to this. Most people actually fear dying. That's actually why they do a lot of the things in their life. But then there's some people. Let me know if this lags at all. But then there's some people that they they never even think about dying. So they they're not really triggered to do anything. So a great question to ask yourself is, if I was to die today, and you can ask this every day, how would I feel and what would I do? Because when you are gonna about to die, it's gonna be too late to to assess the question. If you are actually gonna die, it's gonna like shock you, and then you're just gonna be in the state of shock. It's gonna be too late to do what you actually want to do, and you're not gonna know what to do. You might get like really scared. So it's a very crazy thing. Yeah, Andreas. Now, dying is very beautiful. There's beauty in it. But if you never actually ask yourself this, and if you never experience this, you're not going to be wondering about life. If you never have danger in your life, and if you're always secured, completely secured, nothing ever happens to you. So the whole point of this is you never question life. What you actually should be doing. And if you were to die, everything's going to go. Your house, all your ambitions, all the stuff you saved up, all your possessions, your friends, your family, everything's going to be gone. Your body. Now, the thing is, and the most important thing to know is that there is life inside of you. And you're too busy focusing on what's outside of you. So the life inside of you, it keeps you alive. Hey, new player in Roblox. This, what life is, what reality is, what God is, and why we exist is to feel not all this stuff outside of us, because the stuff outside of us, it stimulates how anything that happens on the inside. So where is your consciousness? Well, you would say it's right here in the head. Okay? That's where consciousness is. So everything in your whole entire life has been happening from inside of you. Everything you feel and experience, you feel it from right here, the core. So our reality is a feeling based reality, which it comes from one feeling. So God, Jesus, any scripture, all the Buddhists, and what everybody is chasing in the world, and why we exist, is to feel the life inside of us. Because it is life, it is everything. Hello, Space Pips. Hello, Dot. Thank you all for joining. The one handed prayer. Because my hand is holding the phone. What time is it where you're at, Dot? And so, knowing the life inside of us, it's the best feeling in the world. It's what we came here to experience. Now, we are caught up because there has to be a game. There has to be an illusion. The game in the illusion of this world, it is it's about 6 a.m. dot, and I guess you're working overnight. Most people are working overnight. And so everybody is always caught up outside. Oh, they're thinking about what they're going to do, their family and friends. They're never stop thinking. You see the Amazon box behind me? Yeah, I actually have a bunch of Amazon bags I was saving. I actually threw an Amazon box out yesterday. Is that where you work? I know working at Amazon's absolutely crazy. So people are always thinking about this, their family, and they're always thinking all the time. They're never thinking about, oh, what's going to happen when I die? Because when you're about to die, it's going to be too late to think about what you're going to do because you're going to die. And so we have all this stuff outside of us. This is the game. It is to distract us, diverge us, all the stuff that we see from looking on the inside. Okay? Because when it comes down to it, we are not thinking, okay? What we really are to experience and uncover the veil is to stop thinking. Do you know what it's like to stop thinking? Because everybody thinks life, they're thinking about life. They're thinking about life. But they're never actually thinking about life. And when you stop thinking, you actually begin to feel life. And feeling life is why we are here. And there's nothing better than this. And it's the best thing to know. So it is the best knowledge to know, to think about, but you actually want to experience this. This is what God is all about. And anytime we do anything, we want to feel, we want to feel something. Thank you, Dot. So our core existence and what we really are is not a thought. It's a feeling of life, a feeling alive. So if you want to feel God, if you want to know reality, how do you know reality? How do you know God? How do you know Jesus? You have to feel it. And it's running right here. It's running everywhere all the time. It is non-thinking entity. Non-thinking existence. Yeah. Yeah, you must have that knowledge inside of you, Tommy, Tommy T, and you must feel something to take your daughter and feel the trees. We're all coming back to doing things like this, and we're all coming back to know our true existence. Because there would be no game, there would be no fun, there would be no creative if we already knew ourselves and we were already one with reality. Because when you feel, when you're already with God and you become this, when you're not thinking, because this is a non thinking reality, and you have to feel this. When I look at you, I see divinity emanating from you. I appreciate you, Dot. I'm not sure if you were saying you work at the Amazon warehouse, but God bless you. Thank you for that nice comment. and being on my channel. Because I know I've seen you before. And I appreciate everyone in here. We will talk about evil and negative experiences towards the end of this. We're about like halfway through. So there would be no experience if we weren't living the life right now. There is life everywhere around us, in the animal, in the grass, in other human beings. And it's inside of you. It's all the same. But you never, ever even think about the life inside someone else. More particularly, the life in the tree, the life in an animal. Because beyond the skin and beyond the human flesh, beyond the personality, there's something keeping us alive. Wow. That sounds so crazy, Tommy Thunder. Yeah. That sounds like such a blissful moment. And that's the thing is like kids, they're so happy. Like I seen a kid on a video yesterday. They rented an Airbnb with their father, and the father was recording it, and the kid was like, "We have a window. We have a window." And the kids are always so happy. That's how we should be. We should be overjoyed. We should have so much excitement. Why should we not? Because life is fun. It's creative. We should be super excited about everything. And kids, they show a reflection of how we should be. They're they're always happy about things. And people, if you see people today, they're miserable. They need something to make them happy. But why, when you look at a kid, they're just happy about anything? They're so excited to live. That is true, Banks org. So there's only two things you can do in reality. You can think. So most people are thinking, and your energy is going here. So you are thinking, and you are becoming your thought. So your attention and the focus that you have, you are putting it here. And, and usually it's uncontrolled. So people just have thought, oh yeah, thought. And then they have another thought. And then they literally are living in a reality where they're becoming their thought. And their thoughts are splurging all over the place. So you can only do two things in all of reality. And we just mentioned thinking. Now, the only other thing you can do is become feel. And you feel the whole reality. So it's like being in your intuition. It is being in your intuition all the time. So you are feeling the life inside of you. And this happens when you stop thinking. Because then you're not thinking about nothing. You are not indulging in becoming your thought. And then you begin to feel the life inside of you. And then you get all the answers. You begin to like feel the field, like, because it's all around you. And yeah, the program system. Tommy says the program system, because it needs some script and some bases to run the program off of. And people get indulged in the thinking mind. And when you get indulged in the thinking mind, you get all kind of thoughts. And a lot of them can be nasty. But when you think you are the mind, you become individualistic. You become fearful. You're experiencing this. But it's not a true reality. Because you aren't feeling it. You're thinking about it. And when you stop thinking, most people think all the time, then the whole reality, all your problems go away. You don't have problems. You only think you have problems. We got like another 20 minutes. Do you know why you're alive? Do you know what keeps the tree alive? What keeps the dog alive? Have you felt the life inside of you? Because it's the best feeling in the world. And when you feel this, you want to feel it all the time. And everybody is searching for this. And why we were talking about this a little earlier. People are always doing stuff. And we can feel this anytime when we're doing anything. We can feel the life inside of us because it is us. We can feel it anytime. So, Jesus, the Bible, any scripture, they are referring to, in all of reality, is pointing back at you. To feel the life inside of you. Wow. So, when people listen to music, especially, but whenever they do anything, especially the thing that excites them and the thing that they love to do, it puts them in a trance. Do you like Tai Chi, Tommy Thunder? And so everybody in the world unknowingly is trying to get in a trance. Everything you do, singing, skiing, listening to music, going building a hut. Oh wow, that sounds fun. A primitive type of hut. Drawing a picture. Anything is trying to put us in a trance. Because what happens in a trance? You stop thinking. Now, the problem with most people when they get into a trance like state, So sports and activities, which that sounds super fun. Hiking, especially dancing, sword fighting, tai chi, boxing, running, especially. All this stuff is putting you in a trance. God bless this sip of milk I'm about to take. You could see I'm overwhelmed with joy to take this sip of milk. Play with energy, heal with energy. Yeah, and you are right about that. We are just energy. The omnipresence, even science emits, and yet we might know this as a human being in our brain, but what is energy? What it, it's a feeling. You have energy. That is the life that we talk about. It is the feeling of life, and it's right here inside of us. Okay. That's why we look within. Do you like crystals? I like everything Tommy Thunder. I don't like know about like a lot of crystals. I haven't dealt with them, and I haven't really researched them. But I would like to know more. The same task. Yeah, yeah. That's what we're about to get to, Banks org. Yeah, yeah. Those are excellent points, Banks org. Intention converts any constructive act into worship, and the same task binds if done by ego, what we were just talking about. The thing is when we do all these activities in our daily life, especially the stuff that we love to do and the stuff that excites us, even playing a video game, we can get into this trance like state. Now, the thing is, people are not aware, they're not observing. So they get kind of hypnosis, and they literally become unconscious, like you do when you sleep. The goal is to, to be alive and observant. So when you're playing a video game, this life is always going on inside of us. We can feel it anytime. It's who you actually are. And so if someone is dancing, but they're not aware, it's kind of like they're just getting loopy. They may feel amazing and become an addict, maybe to a certain activity. But it's because they're not aware of what's going on. They're becoming unconscious. Yeah. And that's crazy that your daughter likes collecting rocks at such a young age. Does she like build stuff outside with the rocks? Yeah. Well, your daughter sounds like she got like a bunch of stuff she likes to do and activities. Yeah. I think everyone loves drawing. I used to draw like all the time. It's crazy because we all like to draw. Yeah, and your daughter sounds, from her activities, she sounds real spiritual. She has them everywhere. Yeah. We're going to be ending this soon, but here's a rock that I got. No. And what we can try to do whenever we get a rock that we are attracted to, we can try to stop thinking and just begin to feel the field of this rock and the energy, and to know the rock. See, you have to feel it, the energy, because when you feel something, That's when the info comes to you. That's when the code comes to you. Okay? Not it translate through invisible, the invisibility. It translates through feeling. Yeah. And it's not in science class where we get an object such as a rock and we list all the properties in description. No, that's using the mind and logic. This is beyond the mind and it's feeling. Yeah, she has them everywhere. And yeah, you probably got some interesting stuff. She probably likes to play in the sand. Oh, I always loved the sand, but along with the dirt. And that's just like the thing when you're a kid, you love everything. But why did we stop loving everything? Yeah, when thoughts fall silent, a boundless shining presence remains, reminding us what has always been there. Yeah. And that is when you know that is when you know your existence, you feel the life, and you have no fear of dying. Because you feel and realize, oh, I am this life. You're not thinking about it anymore. You're not thinking about, am I going to die? There was a little bit of sea moss on this rock. Yeah. And this one, I think they call it coal, a piece of coal. And it's very light, really light compared to other things. So I was going to talk about evil and negative experiences, but I guess we're not going to talk about that. She never wants her shoes on, and yeah, because I never want my shoes on either. Now, when the concrete gets really hot and with all the glass and pollution, more so like sharp things on the ground, and there could be other things like driving and being in the stores, we have to sometimes wear shoes, but I love not wearing shoes. And I have videos talking about this, but I feel like we're supposed to be naked, pretty much how they depict biblical characters, and also how they depict like cavemen, because that's naturally how we should be, even though it seems weird because we're so accustomed to clothes. No animal wears clothes. And when a baby comes into our existence, they're completely naked. So people that stay in the Amazon jungle, people in Africa, people even on the beach, Native Americans, and especially in India, even when we're in the water, usually, none of these people are wearing shoes. Yeah, people do. That is a good point, Tommy. People do dress up animals. Grand Theft Auto, Andreas. I actually got a couple other rocks up in here. I want to thank everyone for coming in here. Remember the eternal happiness is inside of you. The one handed prayer. God bless everyone in here. We will be back tomorrow morning, or we might be back a little later tonight. I wish all you guys feel the life inside of you. And thank you all for being here. Yeah, that's way too hot, Andreas. I don't know how you deal with that. I'm actually like afraid of summer coming up. Yeah, like I don't mind. Yeah, yeah. I'm afraid. I'll see you guys later. I love being here with you guys.